It's a restaurant situated on Sandringham Road across from Eden Park, and it's been operating since 1984, so it's a real local institution. And what we do at Papa's, we make handmade pasta, pizza, sauces and desserts, so everything made in-house. We have the families in, the local communities, parties, functions, you name it, we do it. It's a much loved family restaurant, 40 years and we're still going strong. My name is Gail Hunter and I own and operate Papa's Italian Eatery. We got hit by Gabriel, the storm. That was a disaster.
Meteorologists have warned the latest storm brewing, Cyclone Gabrielle, could be one of the most serious to hit this century, bringing up to 300 millimetres of rain and 150 km/h winds. The Met Service has issued a heavy rain watch for 71 hours, almost 3 days, for Northland and Auckland north of Whangaparaoa.
We were in service that night, so we'd done a couple of hours, it was Friday night, and we could see it was raining pretty heavy and the restaurant started to clear out of people. One of the staff members went downstairs, "Gay, we've got to come downstairs, the water's rising in our basement." And then also the ceiling up here was falling in. And then we could see that it was getting dangerous because there was water coming through our light fittings, it was rising in the basement. So I just said to the guys, look, this is dangerous. We need to just switch off the power and walk out. And then we had to get home. So I had to get one staff member home and all the streets were flooded. There was like waves going through the shops. So it was a very scary night and devastating for us because we'd just come out of COVID. We were just feeling the restaurant starting to move forward again. And then to get hit again by flooding, that was devastating. I remember thinking, what am I going to do here? I know when I left, our basement was full of water. I'm so grateful we're part of a great community around here, and I saw chatter online on the community pages that if anyone needs a water pump, reach out, I've got one. And I did, and when I came the next morning to assess the damage, and the basement was full of water, he turned up and he only had one pump, and then he realised it's a lot of water there. He reached out to another friend, so they had one stage 5 pumps trying to pump out the water. It wasn't going anywhere because it was groundwater. Luckily for us, this neighbour was part of the fire crews, and they pumped 20,000 litres in half an hour, and they just said, forget it, Gail, it's groundwater, so we're going to have to wait for it to naturally drain because the ground's saturated. At the beginning, it was overwhelming. We were looking at doing Ed Sheeran concerts, so I was ringing all the bookings, I remember that, and there was 300 bookings on one day alone. And so ringing them all and talking to them about what just happened to us, and unfortunately we can't open, it's only 2 weeks away. And luckily, one of the ladies said, "Did you have insurance?" And I said, "Yes," and she goes, "Are you fully covered?" And I said, "Yeah, luckily I do." She said, "Have you got like a claims expert, someone to help you with the progress and just make sure that you are covered for that?" So yes, I was, thank God for that. When we were thinking about how to recover, I guess the first stage was communication with the building's owner, and then also dealing with the insurance. Because there was not enough loss assessors that could come and assess the building, they were overwhelmed because it was all over New Zealand. They didn't actually start coming in to assess the property until sort of mid-year. From there on, they started to fix the building because it was a lot of damage. Trying to get the trades as well to come in with each job that needed to be done. They were overwhelmed because the whole country had been affected from the storm. We had to strip and redo a basement, new concrete, new drainage, new wiring, and the ceiling up here, redo all the ceiling. Keeping in communication with the tradespeople. Also, that was to make sure that the standard of the trades or the work to be done was up to a higher standard this time. We had better drainage, which is down in our basement, so that was all cleaned out and cleared out. New plumbing, new wiring. I made sure that the work that was done for, or the painting was up to a commercial standard, like a restaurant standard. and all the linings, it was relined. So that was part of the process going forward. I was making sure that it wasn't done quickly, because one of the conversations that my buildings owner works with one of the tradies, they have a few properties, and he said, "Oh, don't worry, Gail, we'll get you up running quick and fast." And I said, "No," I said, "I want you to do this properly, thoroughly, because I don't want this happening again." So most insurance is 12 months, so if you take out insurance, they cover you for 12 months. You can go longer, I found it afterwards, so you could go for 18 months and cover yourself for 18 months. But our policy was for 12 months, so then it cuts off then. They won't pay you out anymore for, say, your staff cost or any other operational costs like your rent and rates and all that kind of stuff. And the outcome was that we went past our indemnity period 12 months, so it actually cost us more money than the insurance covered. So there was another sort of, I guess, blow to us. Make sure you have adequate cover in your insurance, because we never expected to be flooded like we were, and how long it took us to recover from that. And luckily we did have full cover, so a comprehensive package, which included an expert in there to help me deal with the insurance. And then we had to find a way of accessing some capital to bring in a new staff team, train them, and then open the restaurant and marketing. We didn't have any marketing budget left because we'd used everything. So it's been kind of a long process to get people to realise we're open again. And it's been interesting because people are still saying, "Oh, you're open again. We thought pubs had gone and we were so sad." We'd walk past thinking, they're not coming back. A platform like Climate-Wise, definitely that will help small business like us, because we are so busy working within our business and on it, usually with small operators, that we don't have a lot of time to find those resources ourselves. But if they're in one platform where we can access that and get the information we need for any of the future climate challenges that we may face, will definitely help, because any information is valuable to help us with what could happen in the future. Who knows? If it does happen again, you know who to turn to. I think that's the most important thing, is that communication and just being ready to support and help.